Hey, Carrie Ann. How have you been, my dear? Hey, Janelle. Busy. House is almost done and put back together. We're getting there. We kind of started dragging. They're not here yet, Gary. Dog hair. Imagine that. Yeah, we're getting there. It's been crazy. I've got to put shelves back up on the one wall that we painted for my youngest. But I got to get in. I got to get new. Yes, you can, at least for a little while. Janelle's got the right idea. But I have to get another bracket before I can put those shelves back up. So today, I promised to show you how I mount these diamond paintings in an extremely affordable way. I'm gonna wait for a few more to get in. So, how has y'all's day been? Nice. I like flowers, as you can see. Nice, Carrie Ann. Sometimes it's hard to get rid of stuff and downsize, but it feels so much better when you do. Lord knows I need to. I got too much crap shit. Uh-oh. Oh, it's good that you got help at least. Not so good that it messed up the sleep schedule. Trust me, I know all about that. All right, just a few more minutes. I'm just glad she was there to help you, Carrie Ann. Yep, exactly, Janelle. Exactly. Sometimes we need to downsize a little bit, as much as we don't want to. Oh, that felt good. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That felt good. All right, so the first thing I did is I just cut the edges off to the edge of the painting. And then I tapered, I trimmed the top and bottom. I left a little tab on the top and bottom that's just a little bit thinner than this is, so it doesn't peek out. Hey, Scooter Mom. And then, because this is a synthetic canvas, I just took a lighter and went real quick along the edges to singe the edges so it doesn't fray, since this is a synthetic canvas. So let me roll this up a little bit so I can pull it down on the black where you can see it better. All right, so I'm going to line this one up to the edge of the background. And you can see this tab that I left is just a little bit shorter or thinner than the trim piece here. And then I taper the corners on all four corners so that that also doesn't stick out. And I cut the trim just a hair bit longer. You guys crack me up. I cut the trim just a tad bit longer than the painting is wide. Actually, you guys have been perfect angels. And I use a miter box. It's filthy because I usually store it under the wood stove downstairs. But I use this and just a regular handsaw to cut these trim pieces. Now, if I wanted to make a full frame to go all the way around, you could also use this simply by cutting on the angles. So here's the straight cut, 90, 45. It's got all the little cuts in it to guide your saw blade to make sure your cuts are straight. And just a little handsaw. So that miter box has gone through a lot. I've had it for years. So depending on the profile of the trim piece, in case you don't know what that is, that just means the design on the trim piece. So this one has a thinner edge on one side and then a thicker side. And then that's the, let's see. There we go. You see it right there. So that's the profile. Oh. So we've got two choices. We can either put the thick side in facing the painting and have the thin side at the top, or we can put it, and this is usually what I do, thin side towards the painting. You know, I prefer it thin side to the painting just because it like rolls down onto the painting, so it gives it a smoother look. Now I do use a little bit of glue along the leading edge of this thinner one because I can't staple right along the edge or the staples will go through. So I take a little bit of glue. And then line the trim up, making sure it's even for that little bit of overhang that I cut. And then press it down. And I'll just hold that for a minute. Yes, it was. Because I wanted to make sure Red shared her page. Because she has a habit of sneaking in there and not doing it. So that little bit of glue will help to hold this on while we make sure that it's even when we go to flip it over. No face. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to bump the camera. Ooh, my babe. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Now this one's got a full edge of diamonds here, so it'll be a lot easier. So I just used to glue right along the thin edge since I can't staple the thin edge. And it keeps the canvas from turning. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Oh. Thank you, Scooter Mom. Just hold it down for a second. All right. And then up on the thicker part of the canvas, I hope that wasn't too loud. If it was, please cover your ears. No, I take that back. I'm muting. Okay, so I have this tiny little hammer. I love this thing, ball peen hammer. If they don't, the staples don't flatten nicely, then I just tap them in a little bit more. So there's that. Now the last thing we have on this one, I was going to use jute twine, but I think I'm going to use this really pretty gold yarn for the hanger instead. So let me show you what it looks like. I think it'll look nice with the yellow that's in it. So I'm going to double this up and twist it together so it's going to... yeah. But I thought the gold would look better than jute twine. So I'm going to double up this. Now, I like to keep a pretty short hanger. So well, I should twist it first. So I've just folded it in half. I've got it around my finger and I'm just twisting it to give it a light twist. Yes, that's actually what gave me the idea for this style of mounting. All right, not too much that it's gonna, nope, it's not gonna twist on itself. All right. Yep, that's good. I'm gonna shove that in there so it doesn't untwist. So good. All right. Tie a knot in this. Just a simple knot. No face. It was probably YouTube. Okay. Now, there's my knot. And that is simply nice. Now, I usually go in about the width of the stapler from the edge. Cover your ears. And cut the extra off. Okay. Now, to make sure you don't get an extra long hanger like this, I come over and come a few inches past the edge. So let me scoot this so you can see. So to make sure you don't get an extra long hanger, I come over and then just go a few inches past the edge. And that gives you a nice length of a hanger. So that's about where I want it. Go ahead and put my knot in. Oh yeah, it's probably YouTube. And that should be about right. I go in from the edge, the width of the stapler. Oop. Put the yarn halfway right in the center of the stapler. Staple. Right, there's my knot right here. So I'm just going to trim this down. All right. And there we go. There it is. All done. Bring this back over so I can hang it up and show you what it looks like. There we go. Now you can see it. So she's all done. Hey, Tiff. She's done and ready to go to the landlord. So that's how easy it is to just do a simple scroll frame or scroll style mounting on these diamond paintings, because they're such odd sizes. It's really hard to find frames to fit them. And when you do, like actual frames, they can be expensive, or having them mounted can be expensive. I can get these pieces of trim at the hardware store for like $5, $6 a piece. And I can get a couple of different paintings out of them. Thank you, Janelle. So now you guys have some other options on how to mount and frame the diamond paintings. And then these ones will be done up a different way. These will be done and mounted to foam board to make them a little bit more stable and solid. And then I'll be, when I give them to the care center, oh, that one. When I give them to the care center, I will also give them with a package of command strips. So put the lighter away, put the hammer away. I keep that bad boy right there on my desk so I don't lose it. And I'm really excited about getting these ones done. All right. Let's see. Can you see this one all right? Yeah. Let me actually turn it down a little bit more. There we go. Let's see if I can get the trees done tonight. Okay, Scooter on. I gotta find the rest of my who's my bobbits? What cover minders? I have a whole bunch of them. I don't know where they went. I haven't found them yet after trading rooms with the kids. So have not found them yet. All right. T is number 20. I know this one's not going to take me long. I'm already moving through it pretty quick. I know it's a cover minder, so it's got magnets. You can't see from the bottom, but you might be able to see from the side if I hold it up to the light a little bit. There's a magnet inside. Now I made these ones and I pushed the magnet into the resin so it wouldn't come off. And then a second magnet underneath. And what that does is if you sandwich your painting between them, when you fold back your plastic, instead of taking your plastic off the whole painting, you just pull back the area where you're working and use the cover minder, and it holds your plastic in place for you. So it doesn't keep flipping back. So it's because this is a cover, the plastic cover, it's a cover minder. Oh, you'll learn, No Face. It takes time. Oh, you're welcome, Tiff. Oh, well, if that's something you want, then we can absolutely share your link. Or if you want to think about it for a little bit first, let me know. Yeah, you just let us know. Janelle, if you want to start putting up content and you want subs, you just let me know. We can share right now. Say the word. Weird cheese ball in the background. Are you talking about this? No Face? I don't know what you're talking about. Cheese ball. What's in my... This is a mouse pad and this is a ball of yarn, gold yarn. This is what I used for the string on that painting. I have a piece of granola stuck under my bottom plate. Oh, that was what I trimmed off. I hope that's what he's talking about. I think it is. I don't see, I'm looking in my, I don't see anything else because this one's too small. So I'm looking in my other one. That's the only thing I can see that would be a ball. That or the mouse pad. Understandable, Janelle. There are creators within the community that don't do it at all. So that's not a problem. They, there are creators that don't do any anti-Scientology stuff. Their channels are completely, yes, cheese yarn. Okay, gotcha. Their channels are completely cult free. They just do they cover something completely different. So you don't have to if you don't want to. I'll still share your channel. You think about it and then let us know. Wow. I don't blame you. If you don't want to do any of the anti-Scientology, you don't have to. Sometimes I know they probably have people in the chats. I mean, it would make sense. You know, if you were on that side of it, it would absolutely make sense to have people in the chats playing both sides. Oh, ugh. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mom. Absolutely. Not only are they lurking, but I have no doubt that they're also stirring shit or keeping it going or just saying things to piss people off. That wouldn't surprise me either, to be quite honest. Let me get this up here. All right, hang on, folks. Unplug, dadgummit. There it goes. Okay. Now I can see the chat better because it loads faster through YouTube on my phone than it does on my tablet through Restream. So yeah, I have no doubt. Oh yeah. That doesn't surprise me either. Yeah. No. Carrie Ann's not. um I'm going to try to say this as nicely as I can. Sometimes it's just people who like to stir the pot. Um, Sometimes it's people that don't realize they're stirring the pot. And then, nice, Janelle. Pretty much, Tiff. But Janelle, regardless, you still didn't deserve that. And that torques the noodle a little bit that you had to go through that. Um, and sometimes, so there's different kinds, sometimes they just like to stir the pot. Sometimes they don't realize they're stirring the pot. And then some people are literally, it's probably not as many as, I'm sure it's quite a few, but it's probably not hundreds. But this community is big enough that we know they're watching. It would not be a far throw to have double agents in the chats. How many? I don't think it's as many as some people think. I don't. Um, because let's get real serious for a second. The people that they're going to give unfettered access to YouTube are going to be very few that they trust enough to give them unfettered access to YouTube and to listen to everything that we say in our streams. Um, it's not, with some of the things that we've seen, I don't believe they trust their members. You can't hear me? Scooter, are you the only one that can you guys hear me? The rest of you guys? Can you guys hear me? Okay, perfect. Um, I just don't think it's as they have as many people that they trust like they did back in the day. Because one, I mean, they're just much smaller than they were back in the day, back in Tori's day. Um, all right, Scooter Mom. Um, so there are not as many people that they would trust enough to listen to our chats, to hear what we say and what we talk about, and how we actually have evidence to back up what's being said, and what's being talked about. We have the proof, we have the documents. Um, seeing enough of that for somebody who is not 110% in, that might be waffling on the edge. Um, Gary. And giving people like that access to YouTube and to the internet is going to encourage them to leave eventually, because eventually it's going to sink in. Eventually they're going to see enough evidence that we show that what we're saying is true. That's true too. There are people out there that are just saying things to throw a wrench into it as well. So it's a matter of just being cautious. Um, it's hard to say who would be who. Um, but I have no doubt that there are double agents within the chats, not just watching, but within the chats. That would not surprise me in the least at all. How else are they going to monitor and truly see what's going on? How are they going to be able to, work on their stats? It wouldn't make any sense for them not to have double agents. It's just a matter of how many. I don't think it's as many as some other people think, simply because they don't have enough people that they trust to be on these streams interacting with it. They just don't have enough people. Yeah, exactly, Janelle. They're too curious to see what they can do, how much they can influence, how much infighting they can cause or keep stirred up. Yeah, they're just too curious about anything to leave us alone, to stay out of it. They have to monitor. They have to see what's going on. Yeah, they just don't have enough people, trustworthy people, according to them, that they would trust to be all over the place. Are they out there? Yeah. Are they all over the place? I don't think so. Yeah, exactly. They're shipping the same people around. Scooter mom. So, yeah. And them hiding, that plays all into it too. Because the more they can hide, um, then one, it's about, I think it's partially about keeping them from being identified and seen, and their families knowing where they're at. I think that plays a huge part in it. But it's also partly, I think, because then if we don't see everybody, then they still have people that they can put in as plants. I think that plays into it a little bit too. How much? I don't know. But I do think that plays into it a little bit. Yeah, Tiff. And not only that, isn't his wife, what, in Clearwater, I think? So not only is he stuck riding a bike, he's been demoted multiple times. Hey, Shay, I saw that. I just haven't had a chance to listen to it. I'll listen to it tonight. Janelle. Wow. At least you got some photographic evidence. That is good. Yeah, I just haven't had time yet. But I'm going to be listening to it tonight. So yeah, they're definitely out there. They're definitely playing games. I have no doubt. So you're fine, Shay. Um, they're they're definitely interfering. How much? I don't know. I don't know. But they'd be stupid not to. I mean, if the roles were reversed and I was on that side of the fence, that's what I'd do. Only when you guys chat. Pretty much no face. That is not a good idea at all. Exactly, Tiff. Exactly. Do I think OSA is the cause of everything? No. No. Um, is OSA always the cause of every little thing that happens? No, not at all. But when something happens, they most certainly will play off of something like that. Um, they will definitely um, keep things stirred up. They will definitely um, make things. Yes, Shay, I remembered that too. Scooter Mom, absolutely, absolutely. That's also something that they're not familiar with dealing with. They've never had to experience the type of protesting that we're doing now, where everything is live streamed, everything is being recorded. They don't know how to handle that, because back in the day, all they would have to do is make these false accusations that they're making now, but there weren't any cameras. They were the only ones with the cameras, and now they're not. Now everybody has cameras. Now everybody is recording, and they don't know. That's not something they've ever dealt with before. Exactly, Scooter Mom. Well, my kiddos aren't grown, but can't nobody fire me. Can't get me kicked out of my house. So Yes, Janelle. Yeah, exactly, Tiff. That is something that they've not ever really had to deal with long term. They've had protests where they've locked down, in the past, especially with Anonymous, where they've locked everybody in and everything, but not long term. Not like this. And we still have people out there every day. Somewhere around the world, there is somebody out protesting. So, and that's just not something they've really ever dealt with to the extent of what we're doing now. This is all new to them. All right, bet, Scooter Mom. No, it is fun sometimes. Yeah, I would just like to say hi to everybody. That's just kind of me. Hi, lurkers. We would love if you joined us in chat. But if you don't feel up to it, I get it. Hello, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, eventually, I do want to turn on monetization. Um, all right, Carrie Ann, honey, we'll talk to you later. Um, Eventually, I will turn on monetization. Um, Not just for the because of the anti-Scientology stuff, but because I do a lot on my channel. Okay, Shay, you can always catch the replay later, or just pick up where whenever you come back. All good. But yeah, it's definitely a different tactic, completely different way of protesting that they're just not familiar. Um, they've never had to deal with anything similar to what we're doing now. Thanks, Tiff. Um, so it's definitely different. Oh Lord, no face. Well, I'll tell you right now, I don't have the energy to try to do hidden messages in mine. So I'll just go ahead and tell you that now. I just don't have the energy. Like I was doing stuff around the house clear up until about 15 minutes before I went live, and then I got that ready so I can show you guys how to do that. Oh, excuse me. I did not sleep for crap last night. It's up and down all night or this morning. No, no, no face is not. But that's part of why we love him. He's my built-in jokester. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, and that's like right now. Um, no, not yet. Not yet. Oh, I made no face blush. Well, I think we all did. Um, Not yet. Last time I looked, I was at 1.2 thousand. Why? Ow, 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 ow. I love it. All right, Scooter Mom. To get the chicken, we just. Oh, I like chicken jokes. I used to have chickens. Yeah, I used to have chickens. I've got a. We had to tear down part of the chicken coop so they could get to one of the windows on the back of the house when we got the windows replaced because there was no way we were picking it up and moving it. Um, the whole base of it was way too heavy, so we had to tear part of it down. Um, so we're gonna rebuild and probably get more chickens next year. Okay, Tiff. I love having chickens. I love fresh eggs. I actually have a client. Um, so I offer free nail clipping services at the shop, and she'll come in about once a month with her two dogs to get their nails clipped, and she tips me in fresh eggs. I love it because I don't have chickens anymore. So she tips me in fresh eggs. I'm like, yes. Okay, Scooty Mom. So she'll bring me a carton or two of fresh eggs every month. But I eat a lot of eggs. It's one of my free foods. So I eat a lot of eggs. So I won't be heading at this moment. I won't be heading back to Vegas until September. But I have a couple of ideas for when we go back. So they've already called the cops on me. Janelle, I know he pops in at the weirdest times sometimes. But since they've already called the cops on me and lied once, I'm going to be excessively careful. I don't know if I'll have anybody out there with me. Yeah, I love chickens. Sadly, my batch that I had. So I live within city limits, and we are allowed to have chickens. Um, as long as I don't hate, but I most certainly am jealous. I am not hating, but I certainly am jealous because all I had was a little bit of macaroni salad and um, then a feta cheese sandwich. Um, that was my supper. I make some eggs, tacos. Oh, I love tacos. So I had chickens, but due to being within city limits, I can't keep them if they're not producing, because then I would just end up overrun with chickens, and then my neighbors could complain with how loud they are and everything. So when I had my surgery last year, they had stopped producing. And like I said, being within city limits, I can't have an enormous flock of chickens. We are allowed chickens. But hello, Sarmento. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Um, so I can't have chickens that aren't producing and just keep buying new chickens for production, because then I'll wind up with too many chickens. Um, so we butchered the ones that, well, I did. I butchered the ones that I had. And because they were laying hens, there wasn't a lot of meat. So it'll just end up being like soup chicken. Mirage. What are you talking about, Janelle? You know, I probably should just go ahead and change this to a smaller one. Let's do a three. A three placer. Oh, that Mirage. Yeah, that Mirage. I got you. That's a four. There's a three. That Mirage. Okay. I know which one you're talking about. Okay. There we go. Yeah. And when they turn the image on the sphere to look like an eyeball, it is just absolutely freaky looking. My ears itch today. I wear headphones too much. I don't know. I haven't heard. I don't get a lot of news from Vegas up here. It's more Salt Lake, which doesn't make any sense because I'm in Nevada and it's the same distance. So it doesn't make any sense, but no, I wear headphones constantly, especially at work. I used to wear earbuds, and it was way worse when I was wearing earbuds, but I switched over to these ones. So it just, yeah, it's just from wearing ear headphones all the time. Where is Mona? She's not in my bed. She's not in her bed. Actually, she's stretched out in the living room on the couch. I'm catching her stretching out on the couch a lot lately. I walk in the living room and she just looks over at me like the big old grin on her face. Like, what, Mom? I'm sweet and innocent. I did. I did. And she scratched the sores on the back side of her ear from scratching at her ear. So I got that all cleaned up. I got her moisturizer on and some wound treatment. So and she's already stopped shaking her head as much and stopped scratching as much. It's so dry, it's hard to keep up on putting that moisturizer on her ear. But it does work and it does help her. So I got to be more mindful. It didn't help. I couldn't find it for a little while too while we were moving everything around. But I've got it now so I can stay on top of it. Oh, you're fine, Shay. So I have a video, a short video. It's like just a little over 30 seconds of how to turn on subscribers only mode. I know I showed you guys last night, but do you think it would be helpful to upload it as a short for others? No face. If I don't, that's one of the reasons many years ago I started wearing headphones because of the sound of the dryers. I would hear that for hours after I'd get off work, just humming in that sound in my ears for hours. So I know what that feels like. Yes, upload as a short for others. I mean, I don't know how to do everything, but give me enough time. I will figure it out. Oh, I asked if I should upload. Um, I have like a 30-second, just over 30 seconds um, recording of how to turn on subscribers only mode for YouTube. And I was wondering if it would be beneficial if I should upload it as a short for people. Okay. Because I mean, I already have it created as a short, but it's set on private. because that's what I sent to MD Media to show him how to do it. I just have to make it public. You think that would be helpful to just make it public? Yeah, well, I've only turned it on for 5 minutes, and it has made a massive improvement. I mean, one or two still sneak in occasionally, um, but it hasn't been anything on post channel. Yeah, I knew who you were talking about when you said slow mode and 20 minutes. I don't have slow mode on, but I do. Okay, I'll change it to public. Um, but I do have subscribers only mode for 5 minutes, and that has made a huge improvement. Like I said, there's still occasionally might pop in one or two, but since I started doing that before anybody gets in the chat, um, it seems to have helped quite a bit. Oh, interesting. Okay, Janelle. All right, I'll change it over. Like I said, I already have it. But I have it marked as private. So and it's just a simple like 30 seconds, and it walks you through. So I walk you through how to turn on subscribers only mode, and then also to go back through and turn on all chat instead of top chat. So it is still good. It's still evening here, night time here for me. But hello, my dear. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, it definitely has helped um, having the subscriber only mode, especially since I go on so late at night. That's when we get the really bad, just derogatory trolls, and I don't tolerate that very well, as you guys have seen. Um, so it's definitely made a huge impact. That's what I was thinking, Janelle, for sure. Can I call you Debbie? Is that okay? Yeah, because I was thinking about doing like 15 or 20 minutes, but then I was like, because that would really deter the trolls. I know, Gary, and that's kind of what pushed me over the edge. I had to figure it out, and everything I was reading online made it sound so much more. All right, perfect, perfect. I have a hair, dog hair. Imagine that, and it's stuck to my nail now. Okay, there we go. Um, hey Maya, yeah, that was what pushed me over the edge. And I started reading online and stuff, and everything. I mean, they have it in steps, but it made it sound so much more difficult than it really is. That's why I did the video real quick. Scooter mom. Yeah. Yeah, I was torn between, and then I got to thinking, I don't want to, if anybody had gotten unsubbed, I also didn't want them to feel like they were being penalized. So I didn't really want to do more than 10 minutes, but so I figured I'd start at 5 and see if that helped. Um, and then if I needed to, I could go up to 10 minutes. But so far, it seems to have done the trick. So we will see. We will see. Yeah, that is true, Gary. I mean, I still protest, but I just don't go as often as other people because, it's a long drive. But I think even when I go to protest, I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to turn on subscriber only mode. And I'm sure eventually, I'll have more involved conversations and uploads and videos um, about the cult. Ugh, makes me itch just to say it. Um, but I don't blame Poe for doing that at all. He does cover more than just Scientology, so it would make sense for him. So, yes. What do you mean, Debbie? I'm not sure I understand. Yeah, he does get some nasty trolls. I've seen some of them, and it's just like, holy crap. Nice. Love it. Yeah, Maya, if you haven't, uh, I just turned off my iPad. If you haven't, you really should check out Maya's channel. Um, she is a fantastic artist. Fantastic. Oh, Scooter Mom. You're going to have to take a picture and upload it to community tab so I can see. I want to see. Yeah, I saw that she had posted it earlier. I just haven't had. No, I'm not sure which one you're talking about, Yeah, Gary. I'm sure you see it all. And there definitely are some channels that get it worse than others. That is for sure. I've seen a lot of people do things like that, actually. So I'm not sure. I probably have, but I'm not 100%. Let's just put it that way. Because I've actually seen a lot of people do stuff like that. Yeah, I'd burn my biscuits too. Mm-mm. No, not in this one. Not in this room. You say what now? Absolutely unacceptable. Not in this chat. Not. Mm-mm. I do not tolerate those slurs, those words. It didn't. No, not in this chat. Nope. Nobody. Nope. Yeah, there's a couple of people that do that. Yep. Not in this one. That's a good way to get yourself booted right from the get go. Yeah. Now I've seen a few people do that. We had one pop in and do that in Dusty's chat um, last night. That is unacceptable. That's a good way to get yourself blocked, kicked, banned immediately from my channel. Unacceptable. Um, yeah, Debbie, I don't do festivals either. Um, I have issues with being in crowds, so I don't do a lot of stuff like that. I'm working on it though. I'm getting better. No face, you nailed it right there. Right there. Unacceptable. Yeah, that's because if we want to be honest, I'm not white, even though I look like it. I'm actually Italian. Um, my husband has gone through it all his life. Everybody thinks he's Mexican. Um, Not that there's anything against that. He's Puerto Rican, but if you ask any anybody who's Mexican, if you ask them if they're Puerto Rican, that's like a slap in the face. Same thing for Puerto Ricans. So it's so yeah, my husband's gone through that his whole life. Hey, Danny. So, it's unacceptable. That is pure hatred for the sake of being me. No, no, unacceptable. Yeah, that's the fastest way to earn yourself a big boot. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I don't have any actual banned words, but that's part of why they do it. One comment is one letter, one comment is the next letter, one comment, and they do it so fast that it's like boom, 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 because it bypasses the blocked words list. And I won't tolerate it. Will not. Because the only difference is one person has more melanin in their skin than the other. That is it. That is it. And I won't tolerate that kind of ignorance. Exactly, Tiff. The whole reason we're a part of this community is because of the hate. We don't need more. Exactly. I will not tolerate it. Yeah, Shay. It's one comment is one letter. One comment is the next letter, then the next letter, and it goes down instead of just writing it in all in one comment, because a lot of people have those types of words blocked on their channel, so those comments won't show. So they get around that by putting it one comment, one, and no, that's the fastest way to get yourself booted from my channel. Oh, oh, as somebody who has my ears pierced all the way up like that, I have 9 on both sides. Um, and I've taken them out, let them close up, had to re-pierce them. As somebody who, I am sitting here right now and I actually feel the pain of that. Now my ears are throbbing. I actually physically feel that pain. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whew. Okay, it's waning off. Yeah. No. No, that is painful. Yeah. Mm. You know what I'm talking about, Scooter Run. It's like immediately I read that, and my ears just went. I can feel that pain because I've smacked my own head. I've fallen or I've tripped and smacked my own ear. Oh, talk about pain, instant regret. Yes, Debbie. Oh, yeah. So my issue with crowds, the biggest thing is people in my bubble and people coming up from behind me, touching me when I'm not expected. You want to see me freak? Touch me from behind. Not a good idea. Oh, oh, I can see that now. Oh, yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good. Mm-mm. I caught a few minutes of that, Danny. The next time I go to the caves, I'm picking one up. They have a Monopoly game for one of the, is it the state park? I think it's state park. I'm going to get it for you because it's really cool. My husband has one, but I don't know where he's got it right now, or I'd show you. Not a baby. That is legit pain on top of a traumatic experience from your childhood. Yeah, no, because I'd have done the same thing. I'm not lying. And for me, it's either side because I've got 9 all the way up on both sides, plus the um, tragus on this side. Oh yeah, some of the Monopoly games that they've come out with are freaking cool. The different types of the hotels and houses, the different pieces. I mean, the designs on the boards, freaking artwork, dude. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I actually have a couple that I need to go watch. That I was watching or listening to, mostly listening to. Um, Crap, I can't remember it. It's a 5 hour, 5.5 hour mega episode from the History Channel. Yeah, I prefer not to either. If I do, it's when my husband is with me because I know he'll protect me. Actually, no. This is a pre-printed canvas. See if it's going to show. So, and then I place the diamonds. I follow. Oh, I can't show you. Yes, I can. Hold that thought. Most paintings, because I just finished one, most paintings come with the placement guide. So you follow, oh, this way. You follow there we go. You follow the symbols that are printed on the canvas to place the different colors. So that's the one that I just cut from the side of this painting that I just finished. Give me a second, I'll move the camera so you can see it. I just mounted it tonight, earlier in the stream. So I just finished that one the other day, and then mounted it tonight so I could show people how I mount them with the scroll style. And so the canvas, think counted cross stitch, but instead of with thread, you're using these little tiny, I don't know how well, let me get a dark color. You'll see it better in the tray. Here we go. So instead of thread, to make this stitch, there's these, you use these little resin diamonds to make your stitch. So think a combination of cross stitch and paint by number, kind of, but with resin diamonds. We call them drills. DRILLS. Oh yeah, Janelle. Like I said, there's my husband has one from the caves, and it is super cool. I just don't know where he's got it right now, and he's at work. But it's got all different. Yeah, it's cool. And I'm telling you, Danny, if you're still here, the next time I go to the caves, I will pick up a copy of it for you. But they make them for a lot of different reasons. A lot of different reasons. Oh, I think I'm done for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and so I've got about half the trees done tonight. Thank you, Debbie. There's a ton of different kinds. And Monopoly is not the only one. Trouble is another one that they do a lot of different versions like that. I don't know if you remember which one Trouble is, but there's a lot of different versions of that one too. If you guys don't mind sitting for a minute, I'll go take a gander real quick in his room and see if I can find it. Give me a second. Oh. Found it. All right. Is Danny still here? Hi, Zed. Yeah, life has a big spinner. National Parks, special edition. I don't know. I don't know where he went. So, Gateway Arch. Somebody's got to tag him and tell him to come back. Statue of Liberty. I didn't even look at that one before I held it up. Mount Rushmore. Oh, too far. There we go. Oh, I bet he does that. But I know it was 149. So I'll tag him and let him know. Washington Monument. Lincoln Memorial. Bring it a little bit closer. Jefferson Memorial. And the White House. Oh, yeah, probably. More than likely, that's exactly what he's doing. I don't blame him. Okay, so here's the houses and hotels. There's the hotel. And the houses are the standard green. And here's some of the property cards. Joshua Tree, Yellowstone, Glacier, Mount Rainier, Big Bend, Olympic, Great Smoky Mountains, Rocky Mountains, Grand Canyon, Denali, Bryce Canyon, Acadia, Zion, Grand Teton, Carlsbad Caverns, Everglades, Redwoods. Yeah. Yeah, basically. And then they also, instead of like the railroads and stuff, it's geysers and volcanoes. And we've got, these are, instead of the electric and stuff, you've got these ones. Hiking, nature hiking, rock climbing, bicycling, river rafting. Yeah. Historic sites. These are the extras. Catch the last ferry home from Alcatraz Island and Golden State National Recreation Area. Get out of jail free. Yes, you still play the same. Everything is still played the same. Battlefield Parks. Volunteer at the Elkhorn Tavern in Pea Ridge National Military Park. get out of jail free card. Learn how a cannon used to work at the Fort Sumter and Fort Moultrie National Historic Park. Collect $50. Yeah. All right. And then here's the pieces. We've got a bison or buffalo, a canoe, still haven't figured out. I think this is a tent. Still not 100% on this one. I think it's a tent. This is a boot, but not the same boot that's in the classic game. This one's a little bit different. This is like an old leather boot. There we go. This is like an old classic boot. It's not the same that's in the classic game. An vintage camera. Yeah, it does kind of look like a turtle, but it's got too many angles on it. So I'm pretty sure it's a tent. And then a like Smokey the Bear hat, reindeer hat. So there's the, come on, focus. There's the top. Focus. So, okay, now here's the board. So we'll start in quadrants here. So battlefield, parks, history, sites, historic sites. The railroads are the outdoor activities like bicycling, river rafting, nature hiking, and rock climbing. Hey, Keith. And then they have pictures taken from the actual locations. So like, here's Joshua Tree. That's actually a picture of Joshua Tree, or from Joshua Tree. All right, Maya. Okay, Yellowstone. There's Old Faithful Geyser. And then, which one was it? Yosemite. So these actually have pictures taken from each national park to go with it. Sequoia National Park. Grand Canyon. There is a bison, Janelle. And it is stinking cute. So, but yeah, this is the I thought it was state parks. It's national parks. Where did I put it? There it is. I'm gonna put it back because if he can't find it, the next time he wants to play with the kids, he's gonna be mad. So I better put it back where I found it. So yeah, it's national parks. I thought it was state parks, but it's national parks. So the next time I go to the caves, I'll pick up a copy for him. So I think he'll get a kick out of that. I'm gonna have to tag him though and let him know the timestamp so he can come look at it. Yeah, it'll be the next time I go to the caves because they have the visitor center and gift shop. Um, that's where I got it from. So, but yeah, I like that one. Right? For sure. I think he'll like that one too because it's so unique. It's so different. What's it say? 6 collectible tokens. It is a tent. It is a tent. Here it is on the side. It is a tent. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it though. It is a tent. And then the boot. So that's actually what the boot looks like. It's not the traditional Monopoly boots. This is like a hiking boot. Oh, I bet that's nice. I love it when I just get off work. Yeah, I love this version. It's because the cards um, have little tidbits of information on them too. So I know, aren't they cute? Excuse me. Um, I wonder. There's close-ups on the back. So we've got the Ranger's hat, the tent. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see it. The canoe, the bison, the boot, and the camera. Yeah, I love this version because there's a ton of um, each one of the what would they be? Chance and community chest or something like that. I forget now. Um, have a little historical tidbit of information on them. What I was trying to do was to see if they had a website that I could order this same version. It doesn't say. I wonder if I could Get it? USOpoly is proud to contribute to the National Park Foundation to support the restoration and preservation of America's most treasured resources. I wonder if I could order it straight from the game company, from Hasbro. I wonder if I could. Because it's saying here, as well as each of the distinctive elements of the board and playing pieces are trademarks of Hasbro. So I wonder if I could order it straight through Hasbro. Interesting. I'm going to have to look because I don't know the next time we're going to the caves. Pretzel issue. Yeah, I'd love to see that though. No face. Yeah, Monopoly has come out in so many different versions. It's crazy, but they're so stinking cute. I'm gonna look at the website, the Hasbro website, and see if I can get that. Like I said, I don't know the next time we're going to the caves. But I think Danny would like that one. So, all right. Well, it's midnight. I've been on for 2 hours. I'm ready to lay down and stretch out. I'm actually tired tonight, believe it or not. Right? I'd love to see the game pieces in that version. No face. So, um, what is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah. I should be on tomorrow, but as usual, I won't promise. But I promise that I will try. Yeah, I'm starting to. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm slowly fading. I don't know once I get in bed if I'll actually sleep, but at least be able to rest. The joys of insomnia. So, but I truly appreciate everybody that came in tonight. Debbie, which line? I, uh, so, but I really appreciate everybody that's come in, that's chatted, those that are sitting back and just watching. You guys are awesome. You're as important as those that are actively chatting. So I do appreciate you. Those that come in on replay. This is true, no face. This is true. Um, you guys are awesome, and I really appreciate the support. And you guys giving me the time to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Oh, sweet Janelle. Okay, I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look because I will send it to him. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that, and you are awesome too. I appreciate you interacting and coming in and chatting with us. I really do. So, but on that note, like I said, I won't promise to be live tomorrow, but I promise I will do my best. So, you guys have a wonderful night. Get some rest. If you're on the other side, you have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.